Most of us know the brand Polene for their stylish, everyday handbags that come at a relatively affordable price point compared to big-name luxury brands. But are they actually worth the hype? As someone who's been collecting both luxury and mid-range handbags for over a decade, I will be sharing my thoughts on the functionality and quality of their most popular styles, as well as some of the surprising pros and cons that I think you need to know about so you don't waste your money. And make sure you stay until the end of the video, where I will be revealing my top 3 Polene handbag recommendations, as well as unboxing the Polene handbag that I ended up spending my own money on. And let me tell you, I was surprised. Welcome to the Polene Boutique in Soho, NYC. I had an amazing time here trying on all of the bags for this video, and I cannot wait to share all of my thoughts and hot takes. All of the bags featured in this video will be linked in the description box down below, just in case you want to check them out later. First up, we have what is arguably Polene's most popular handbag, the ZIIPSOFIA tote. Coming in at $560, this bag is crafted of textured calf leather, making it a good, durable, and all-weather option for work, weekend, or travel. I am not a huge fan of tote bags, but what intrigued me about this one is the more organic, sculptural, and feminine shape. I feel like a lot of totes and work bags can look rather serious and lack personality, but the ZIIPSOFIA bag feels like something that you could take to the office or classroom, but also with a cute outfit on the weekend. What's cool is that this bag can be styled in a couple of different ways. The wings of the bag can be popped out for a wider and more capacious carry. They also can be folded in with the use of the little magnets to give it a pretty and more compact silhouette. Finally, the sales associate at the store kindly showed me this third way that I didn't even know about, where you can cross and hook the strings on the side of the bag to create a more secure fit that not only looks cute, but is also perfect for walking through crowds or riding the metro. Now, there are two things that I was really skeptical about when it came to this bag, and I was surprised by both of them. The first was the leather. I thought that this bag was going to feel very stiff and synthetic given the coated leather, but upon trying this bag, I'm pleased to say I was wrong. It's definitely sturdy, but there's actually a nice suppleness to the leather. It looks and feels a lot more expensive in person than it did to me online. The second thing was the straps. You'll notice that there's two sets of straps on the ZIIPSOFIA, one set for carrying top handle and the other for shoulder carry. I thought this would feel sloppy and annoying having dealt with this on my Telfar totes, but like the rest of the bag, the straps are not stiff, so they don't flop around and get in the way of each other like I expected. As for the cons of this bag, I think that even with the different closure options, it still might not be secure enough for some cities or lifestyles. Also, because the bag tapers at the bottom, it does mean that it will not fit as many items if you need to carry quite a bit. While a laptop does fit easily, it does not fit cleanly along the base of the bag, and this may put some stress along the tapered sides. It also does not stand up by itself, so I definitely want to mention that. That can be annoying to some. One thing that I think would make this bag more luxurious would be a natural leather or suede lining. Instead, Polene has opted for a synthetic micro suede, which does make the interior easier to clean and maintain. Overall, considering the materials and size of the ZIIPSOFIA bag, I would say that this is competitively priced compared to alternatives on the market. And of course, I also want to show you a comparison with the ZIIPSOFIA Mini. This one is also very cute and has all of the same features as the regular ZIIPSOFIA, but is more of a true purse size as opposed to a larger tote. You can definitely fit a lot in this bag, just not a laptop. If you like the style and the functionality of the ZIIPSOFIA tote, but perhaps you are more petite or you don't carry as much, I think that this one is also a good option. And if you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, or better yet, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Sophia, and I post new videos every single week about everyday beauty and accessible luxury, so hit that subscribe button to join our fam. We would love to have you. Next up, we have what is probably the other top-selling bag at Polene, the Numero 10. This is a half-moon shaped bag that can be converted from a shoulder style into a crossbody. I like that they included these two versatile options, and also that you can choose between a more durable textured leather and a beautiful smooth leather. So here's my hot take on this bag. It definitely can be a functional, cute, and everyday option, but I have to admit, I think this bag is overhyped and also overpriced. To me, this looks like more of a dupe bag for the Prada RK, as opposed to some of the more original designs from Polene. I also don't understand why it holds the hefty $620 price tag, which is a lot more than other similar size styles from Polene. It kind of seems like Polene intentionally priced this higher as it's one of the newer and hotter releases, and they're slowly introducing more yearly price increases. Maybe it's just me, but I also felt like this bag was hard to access. You can fit your phone and essentials inside, but the opening is a little bit tight and stiff. I think if you wear larger rings on your hand, they might catch as you put your hand in and out of the bag, or if you just need to get in and out of your bag quite often, this might annoy you. Overall, I think it's a really cute style, but personally, I would not pay $620 for the Numero 10. Again, make sure you stick around until the end of the video to hear my top 3 Polene recs. Instead of this bag, I would recommend the Songmont Luna bag for a similar style. This bag, which I own, retails for $349 and can be worn in several different ways. It's a little bit more unique and I think offers much more value. Next up is the Numero 9. This is the bag that really caught my eye when browsing the Polene website for its unique and sculptural shape. And I mean, I love my top handle bags. Let's start with the mini size at $540 because this is what really caught my eye initially. I thought the grained leather on this style was soft and supple, and I think the way that they have folded and draped the leather with the Numero 9 really allows the natural materials to shine. This bag does come with a functional crossbody strap, but I definitely like the look of it top handle better. It doesn't really lay across the body as naturally as the Numero 10, for example. I think my main concerns with this bag are, number one, given the way that the leather is folded, I feel like the protruding edges of the folds would more easily get dirty, especially if you wear it crossbody. Since this bag is made with a softer leather compared to the others we just looked at, I would recommend a darker color for this style. Second, this is another bag where I thought it was a little bit hard to get in and out of the bag. The opening is a bit small. I would personally be okay with it, especially when traveling or in a city, but I do think that it is worth mentioning. Okay, now let me show you the bigger size. I don't like this. I think that this size is kind of bulgy and awkward. Again, just my hot take. This is not the kind of bag I think that should come with a crossbody strap. No matter how you wear it crossbody, it's always going to bulge out unnaturally from your body. You can't just make a bag functional by adding a crossbody strap. I think when styled properly, this bag can look quite chic when carried top handle. However, a bag this size usually means that you're going to be carrying more with you. And so the same point must be brought up here where the opening is rather small. I think it's going to be tough to pull out your kid's iPad or anything that is a little bit on the larger side with an opening like that. So personally, I would go with the mini size. Next up is the Numero 1. I remember when this bag was first launched back in 2016 when Polene was relatively unknown. Even though this is an older style, its simple design and functionality have stood up to the ever-changing trends of the past decade. Both the regular and nano styles of the Numero 1 feature a top handle and a crossbody strap, and I do love the inclusion of the little metal feet on the bottom to protect the base of the bag. And unlike some of the other Polene bags, this bag opens up quite wide to see all of your belongings. They even included little snaps along the front folds just in case you want to widen up the bag a little more. Now the nano size, which is the smaller one, is definitely my preference. It fits your phone and all of the essentials while still looking very nice crossbody. Although I do wish that the strap was removable, I think it would be really cute to purchase extra straps, maybe like a little chain strap, and make this a cute going out purse. The top handle on the Nano is also quite small, so I want to mention just depending on the size of your forearm, you might not be able to get this onto the crook of your arm. Now the larger size is not my favorite. I do feel like they need an in-between of these two sizes. This one you can definitely get onto the crook of your arm, but it could get quite heavy when full. I don't think this looks too bad when worn crossbody since it is a flatter silhouette, but on my frame it is so overwhelming. For reference, I am 5'4". I think if you're taller or larger, this would look a little bit more proportional. And while they didn't have this in store, apparently there is a micro version of this bag, which, excuse me, is so cute. This could be good for dog walking, quick errands, picking up your kids, or just a cute little evening bag. As much as I love the look of the smooth leather for this bag, I do recommend going with one of the textured versions because I can definitely see the corners and the little closure flap of this bag being the first areas to show wear or discoloration. Next is the numero set. This is also a Polene bag that I have admired for quite some time now. This bag has a very flat and geometric design that is both modern and ladylike. So before I discuss each size, I want to point out two unique and luxurious details about this style that makes it stand out from the rest. First off, it's lined in real suede, whereas most of the Polene bags feature synthetic microfiber or cloth linings. It actually feels a lot like the Chloe Faye bag that I had years ago, but for a much better price. Second, you may have noticed that most Polene bags don't have any hardware. This one features a beautiful gold-plated clasp that adds such a nice, elegant touch. For these reasons, I actually think that this is one of the best value for money Polene bags. The standard size numero set is a great medium size that doesn't overpower my frame. However, I don't think that the thick crossbody strap fits the ladylike style of this bag. I really wish that it was removable because it kind of looks a little bit awkward and we could have had a really nice top handle situation here. Notice also in this clip how the strap is kind of like floppy and bent. To me, this is not a chic look. This looks like something that should be a shoulder bag, so I really wish that Polene had included a way to style this very cleanly on the shoulder. The mini one, however, is pure perfection. If you're looking for a smaller bag, that is. This one has a dainty chain strap, which is perfect for an evening moment and also easy to tuck in if you want to hide it. I was in love with this little white one in the very durable textured leather. This would be such a good summer bag to wear with the dress from day to night. And yes, it does fit your phone. Stick around to see if the numero set makes it into my top recs. Next is the Nod bag, I believe it is pronounced. This sort of braided style is made of a structured, smooth calf leather and features a zipper closure for added security. In addition to the original, this also comes in a hobo version, which is more of like a structured take on a traditional hobo bag. Both the Nod and the Nod Hobo can convert from a shoulder bag to a crossbody, and I think that they both look stunning when worn either way. I personally prefer the proportions of the hobo version. Similar to the Numero 10, this is one of the most expensive bags at Polene, but in this case, I do find the leather on this style to be particularly beautiful compared to other Polene bags, as well as the construction, and just like the Numero set, it is lined in real suede. The Nod feels unique compared to everything else that I see on the street and is a style that I can see looking very effortless and cool all year round. The Numero Wheat, an adorable pleated bucket bag style that of course comes in both a regular and mini size. These are made of a smooshy and supple leather and feature both a top handle, crossbody strap, and metal feet to protect the base. And in this case, I do think that the straps make sense for this style. I think that this would look super cute in the summer with dresses. There's something very cute and carefree about this bag, and also this one is lined in real suede. Honestly, I don't have anything negative to say about this bag. I think the potential cons could be that number one, it's not the most secure. There's no zipper, and especially if you're not diligent about cinching up the top, it might not be great for certain lifestyles. This is also a softer and non-coated leather, so with lighter colors, you may want to be a little bit more careful when wearing with denim and dark fabrics. Lastly, if you wear this daily, I do wonder if perhaps the straight lines of the bag will get a little bit misshapen over time as the leather softens up. Comment down below if you have this bag, let us know your experience. Next is the Soleil, and I'm not gonna lie, I love this bag. At the $500 price point, it's kind of expensive for what is essentially a summer bag with a cloth lining, but I was surprised to see in person how much more luxurious the Soleil feels compared to a lot of cheaper or even luxury options that I've tried on. All of the little pebbles that you see here are made of upcycled leather scraps. They grind up the scraps into a fine powder, mix them with a polymer, and heat them up inside a mold to create the beautiful organic pebble shape. They then are all tied by hand with a wax cotton cording and grounded by a leather base and handle. I think this bag is perfect for the summer, or if you live in like a more summery climate like Florida, for example. The only thing is that I do wish that the cords on the bag bag were made of leather and not waxed cotton. Perhaps there is a reason for that I'm not aware of, but when I think of Polene, I think of leather, and this bag doesn't feature that as much. And now it is time for my top 3 Polene handbag recommendations, and also to unbox the bag that I ended up purchasing myself. If you are looking for a large bag, especially something that is functional for work, I would recommend the larger sized Sign bag. This is really the only Polene bag that has the functionality for a laptop while still looking chic and not awkward no matter your size. If you are looking for a medium bag, I would recommend the Nod Hobo. This is some of the most luxurious leather touches, functionality as both a shoulder and crossbody bag, and also a unique design. And finally, for a small bag, I would recommend the Numero Set Mini. As previously mentioned, I think this bag has some of the most luxurious details, but still retains its functionality with the 2 strap options and the ability to fit a phone inside. I hope that all of this has been helpful so far. Now it is time for me to unbox the Polene handbag that I spent my own money on. And if you follow me here on my channel regularly, you're probably gonna be surprised, and I was definitely surprised as well. Maybe you can tell which one I got by the size of the dust bag. I decided to get the black Sime tote bag with the beautiful contrast stitching. I know. This is the Polene bag that surprised me the most. I went into this thinking this was gonna be just another overhyped bag from an overhyped brand, but I am here to say that I think this is a really great bag. It not only looks beautiful, but it also feels very nice as well. When I first saw this silhouette, I was very intrigued by this more unique take on a tote bag. If you are new here, I'm not like a Neverfull girly. That type of more simple silhouette just has never really appealed to me, but I was very intrigued by this very interesting shape. And then when I went into the boutique, I thought it felt really, really nice. It was not as stiff as I thought it was going to be. As somebody who normally prefers smaller handbags, I thought for sure that I was going to like the smaller version of this bag better, but I actually like the larger version. There's just something a little bit like slouchier, mushier, cooler, casual about this bag. After all, it is a tote bag. So I don't know, I just like the bigger size, and I don't really have a tote bag. So this is gonna be great for me when I'm running errands, going to the dry cleaner, if I am going on a plane and I need to fit my laptop, bring this as like my personal item. So it'll be great for travel as well. I have some trips coming up. Comment down below and let me know which of these Polene handbags was your favorite, or if you own any of these handbags, let us know what you think. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, or better yet, go watch another video. Up next, I have the top 5 mid-range handbag brands to shop this year. I'll see you there.